All right, hello everyone, and welcome to our Air Cash Flow Management class. I'm so excited for this class because we've brought in a practitioner instructor, an awesome professional, and I'm excited to introduce you guys to her because she's got so much experience that she was gracious enough to come into the studio and share with us today. Now, a few things before we get started, like we do at the beginning of every class. I have to share with you our disclosure. Now, remember that Lauren and I are not licensed attorneys, accountants, financial advisors, brokers, real estate agents, or any other licensed type of individual. Even if we had a license, we're not acting in that capacity today. Therefore, we're not going to discuss or provide any specific counsel, advice, or instruction that would apply to specific individuals. This presentation is intended to be general information, and I recommend that you engage the services of professionals in making decisions that have a legal impact, especially financial decisions. Now, with that out of the way, I'm excited to get into our content today, and it's my honor to be able to introduce Lauren Havens. Now, Lauren is the owner of Home Havens, which manages property, and you probably can do a better job of introducing this than me, but Home Havens manages air cash flow properties. So those are short-term rentals. We've talked about nightly rentals, Airbnb properties, VRBO properties. That's what Lauren does professionally, and she's done some amazing things. Her properties have consistently outperformed the long-term rental market by 150 to 200%. They've built new innovative systems that have filled these homes with automation, providing an awesome experience for their tenants, and they've become an industry leader by doing that. She's also taught students how to successfully run air cash flow investment properties throughout the Western United States. So we couldn't have a better person in the studio today to talk to us about this topic, and I'm so excited to learn what she has to say today, and I'm excited for you guys to learn it as well. So, Lauren, it's all yours.
Mitch, thanks so much, and I'm excited to be here with you guys too. Honored to be with all of you at home listening in. And I'm here just to share my experience, and hopefully you guys will learn a thing or two today. I would be shocked if you didn't. So I'm going to start off by telling you a little bit about me and our story. This is this lovely picture. This is my husband, myself, and our little baby boy, Sage. He's our mascot. We love that. We've been around the block. We've done a few things, started a few businesses. I'm sure you guys can relate to this. These are things that we've done. We've made money at some of them. We haven't made money at some of them. We've sold some of them.
Like you do, right? Fail fast.
Like you do. Like you do. So I wanted to share that with you. So we're being real with our stories here. But this is what happened when we broke into real estate. So we bought a bank-owned property. And again, this is just my experience. This is our story, what happened to us. But this is a pretty darn ugly property, right?
Yeah,
like
looks
the
like a
fairies
fix-and-flip
on
to
the
me.
walls. Yeah. So we
awesome.
said, hey, we've been married for 6 months. Might as well buy a house, right?
Right.
And we're going to shower at the gym. And we're going to
Perfect.
remodel it ourselves. Because that's a great idea, right?
Well, it forces you to go to the gym, so that's good.
Yeah. No, I'm going to say there's been times, though, where I went and all I did was shower.
Yeah,
But,
nice.
okay, take a look at that date, January 2017. Now take a look at that date. It's a beautiful house now. We love it. We still own it today.
Beautiful.
But it's March 2018. And any of you who are learning and have listened to the other classes know that that's a long time for a single property, and there's a better way to do it. But this is all we knew. So
Right.
we remodeled it ourselves. It's now a short-term rental. We love this property. We still have this property. But we said, hey, there's a better way to do this. There really is. So we started looking for cash flow. We got on KSL, which is kind of like Craigslist. It's a marketplace, classifieds in the area that we live in Utah. And we found these two little manufactured homes. Well, we actually just found one of them. We found one later because it was the one next door.
Nice.
But we said, hey, these things are cheap. Let's buy one of these. And I think it'll do okay as a rental. And then we were looking around and we were saying, hey, this is right next to Zion National Park, and people come from all over the world to visit. Have you been to Zion?
I have. Yeah, it's beautiful. Several times.
Beautiful. And they come from all over the world to visit. So what if we listed it on Airbnb? And we didn't know anything more than that at this point. And we said, I think that'll work. And we kind of looked at some numbers, talked to a couple of friends, And we said, I think this would really work. So we bought 2 and we closed on the same day. So those are our little closings with our same little outfits on there.
So cool.
Yeah. So
different title companies?
Different title companies, yeah. Nice. You can see the walls are barely different color.
Right.
Title companies have that feel about them, I guess.
The standard title company palette.
Yeah, I guess so. But after that, we bought another one of those. The top left, you can see another little modular home in Hurricane, Utah. And then we started picking up properties fairly quickly. What we were doing was working. We were cash flowing. We were impressed with our occupancy. We were saying, hey, I mean, this isn't easy, but this is doable. Let's grow. So kept adding properties. Here's some pictures. These are all actual pictures of actual properties that we have and still have all of those. And we said, hey, we're making money at this. And we have some other real estate ventures as well, but we quit our day job. And that's what it's all about.
That's cool. Looks like the lifestyle increased a little bit. That's good.
So
that's why we do this, right?
Yeah, and I'm super raw with these pictures. These are all things, I mean, don't tell my doctor. I skied pregnant, top left, top right, my bad. Awesome. But these are all things we did during work hours.
Nice.
And we said, hey, we love what we do, and we love that it allows us to do this. And then we said, oh no, we need management to be able to grow. We need some help. We can't be attached to our phones if we want to be traveling. We need help. And so these are actually all companies that we personally looked into, and they're all great companies. They weren't quite doing what we were doing, and we didn't think we were doing a good job. So these are things, this is the list of things that we were either starting to work on or were doing that we didn't feel like all the other companies quite hit all these bullet points. And they could now. Definitely do your own research. I always encourage that. But things like dynamic pricing. So have you ever gone to book a flight and then you go to move it a week later and it's suddenly $1,000 more expensive?
Yep.
That's dynamic pricing.
Yep.
That's the simplest way to explain it. Depending on demand and the dates, we change our prices.
That's smart.
Yeah, you make way more that way. Collecting guest info. You been to Vegas once, you're going to get a phone call or email about that for the rest of your life. Yep. But these are some of the things we said, hey, we're doing a good job at these. So let's start our own management company. If we can't outsource what we need to, then let's build a way to do that. So we started Home Havens. And it started with just our own properties, and then we started picking up properties and managing for other people, helping them out, letting them enjoy all of the pricing analytics and responsiveness systems that we'd set up for ourselves. And that's how we got to where we are now in the short run. So here's a little module map. I'm going to let you guys see this, so if you need to skip ahead, you can, but I encourage you to listen to the whole thing as in order, because that's the way that you'll learn the most. But these are the things we're going to be covering today, just to give you a little snippet as to what we're going through. So get excited, guys. Get your notebooks out. This is the time to learn. Okay.
So that wraps up our introduction module. In the next module, we are going to be talking about why short-term rentals. Why is that something that you should be focused on in your investment business? And so I'm excited to see you guys on the other side of this. We'll see you in module 1. Okay.